Is there anything else that I need? Well, I could have started labeling these, so I'm going to go ahead and start labeling them now. My big part up here, the head, I'll use capital letters on that. Head is there. The neck. And the body. Using my best teacher penmanship. Trying. Okay. And then let's look at some of the details. We could decorate these however we wanted. Sometimes people have all sorts of fancy decoration on them. I have a Mickey Mouse ukulele that has little bows, like her little pink bows. I'm going to go ahead and use the other side to write down my details, my smaller details. The big structural parts, head, neck, and body. Over here I'm going to write tuners. Tuners belong on the head. The nut is that little collar, so I'm going to point to the tuners, and then I'll go ahead and get to the nut. The nut, so there's an extra thick kind of part that you can really see. Usually is a piece of white plastic. They used to use bone, and they've sometimes even used wood for that. All these little lines are called the frets, so I will go ahead and I'm going to get a little 3-arrow part. Look at that. That's frets. It's kind of interesting. The frets are the spaces between the lines, and they're also the lines. But the wire frets, you might call the fret spaces are between them. So this is the actual first fret, but there's where your fingers are going to go, behind the first fret. When we say put your finger on the second fret, we mean just behind the second fret. It hasn't made it to the bridge. Okay, over here is the sound hole. Sound hole. Good deal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have several more. 8, 9, well, we know we've got the bridge and the saddle. So I'm going to go ahead and write saddle. And people get mixed up with which one they are. Just remember that the saddle goes on top of a horse, so the saddle goes on top of the bridge. So there's the saddle, that little white piece in the middle, and then bridge. So what are we forgetting? The most important part. Yes, the strings. All this stuff exists to support the sounding of the string. So how are we going to get them nice? I should have brought out a yardstick. Alas. Well, I know I want the strings to go parallel, which means they never cross. They're always kind of in the exact same line, like lanes on a highway. I'm going to go ahead. The first, the string over here, well, this is string number 1 over there, so I'm going to connect it to there. First string, and I'm going to bring it down there. And go all the way to the bridge. Second string is going to be over here. It's going to go down next to it, all the way to the bridge. String number 3 is over here. Going to bring it down. Good job, Miss Flowers. Of course, now I'll mess it up. String number 4. Look at that. Let's use a little knot. Yeah, that's holding a knot. Boom! Strings! I'll just kind of write strings. I think you can tell where they are. Guess what? We have all 10 parts that we're looking at, and I will put a clearer picture up at the end of this video so you can also see that better. Thanks for watching today. I wish you well. We're looking at this. I'm gonna get back to you. We're gonna get started on ukulele. It's gonna be a good time, but it really helps to know the names of these pieces. So when I say, okay, your finger needs to move more towards the nut, you're saying, oh, it needs to move that way. Or I say, bring it towards the bridge. So getting that orientation is going to help us get on our feet faster. So glad to be able to spend this time with you, even if we can't be together. And I will see you soon. Bye. Hi, everybody. Miss Blathers here, coming to you live from my backyard. Because although viruses travel, they don't travel through computers. So I'm coming from my backyard straight to you. Talking about ukulele. Ukulele is actually pronounced ukulele. It's a take 3. All right, we've adjusted the setup a little bit so we can get to the drawing portion. You probably can hardly see it here, but I have an outline of ukulele. You've got one on your papers, and I'm just going to go ahead and start at the top of mine, and I'm going to trace what's there, and I'm going to get a pen that works and be right back.